Russian President Vladimir Putin has ordered his defense minister to impose a 36-hour ceasefire on the Ukrainian frontline, beginning on Friday. The ceasefire, scheduled to start at 12 o'clock Moscow time, will coincide with the Russian Orthodox Christmas. Mr. Putin asked Ukraine to reciprocate, but Kyiv quickly rejected the request. Ukrainian presidential advisor Mikhailo Podolyak said, "Keep hypocrisy to yourself." The Kremlin statement appeared to stress that President Putin ordered his troops to stop fighting not because he was de-escalating. Putin never de-escalates, but because he had listened to an appeal from the head of the Russian Orthodox Church. Patriarch Kirill had, earlier in the day, called for a Christmas truce to allow believers to attend church services for Orthodox Christmas. The Russian Orthodox Church celebrates Christmas Day on January 7th, according to the Julian calendar. A Kremlin statement said, taking into consideration the appeal by the president hereby instructs the Minister of Defense of the Russian Federation to impose a ceasefire regime along the entire line of contact in Ukraine for the 36-hour period. Mr. Putin's order called on Ukraine to reciprocate so that the large numbers of Orthodox believers reside in areas where hostilities are taking place could celebrate Christmas Eve on Friday and Christmas Day on Saturday. In a statement on Twitter soon after, Mr. Podolyak said there could be no temporary truce until Russian forces. The Kremlin ceasefire fits in nicely with a common narrative in Moscow, one that is aimed primarily at the domestic audience. That is that the Russians are the good guys, and it is Ukraine and the West that are threatening Russia. The truce is also a handy tool that can be used to demonize Ukraine, as the Ukrainians have dismissed the proposal. Moscow will claim that Kyiv does not respect religious believers and has no desire for peace. But it should not be forgotten that it was Russia who started this war by launching an unprovoked invasion of its neighbor. The Russian Defense Ministry put the death toll at 89, making it the highest single loss of life admitted by Moscow since the war began.